Hiya, welcome to Q&A. Is it February's? I think we might have missed January's. Anyway, it's now February. So I've got a few questions from you lot to answer. So we're going to start with Rachel Ridley Yoga. And she asks, can you recommend a good daily multivit and omega supplement for a vegan? Love your Q&A so much. Thanks. Thank you. That's very sweet. Okay, so, well, multivitamins, it depends. Some multivitamins have a bit of extra this in it and a bit of extra that. So, it depends if you're looking for something specific, you'll have to look into those sort of things. The thing that I would sort of go with is a good brand. So the brands that I like for supplements are things like Allergy Research, Biotics, Nutri Advance are a nice one, Higher Nature and Lambert's are also good. But it's worth having a look around to see what exactly is in them. It depends, so I guess for women, there are women-friendly ones, which are more for women's hormones and things and chemistry, which are probably better, probably good for you to use. There's a really nice company called Revital, and it's revital.co.uk, which have some really good, they have a very good variety on there. Okay, and the other thing you asked me was about omega supplements for vegans. Okay, so the one that I usually recommend is by a company called V Pure, and it's an algae oil supplement, and that's very nice. Or the other thing you can try is things like flaxseed. Flaxseed is a very good omega-3, so you can get supplements in that. Okay, right, Mrs. Birchley. Hi Rosemary, are you able to recommend anything for seborrheic, I can never say it, seborrheic dermatitis, please? At the grand old age of 39, I seem to have suddenly developed it, and it's around my nose, on my cheek. I would be very grateful for your advice. Thank you. Yeah, that's really annoying, especially when you're not expecting. I wonder what has caused it. What can you think of a change? It's like an eczema type thing that will come up here. Has it changed? Have you changed your washing powder? Have you changed anything you've been eating? Because it can be sort of like, it can be caused by things like that. If you're eating something slightly different, is there anything that makes it better or worse? You have to think of those things. First and foremost, it's an inflammatory condition, so you want to reduce anything that helps causes inflammation. So sugar would be at number one, I'd say. I don't know how your sugar is. It's hard to tell without talking to you, but things like sugar, coffee, alcohol, dairy, they're all quite inflammatory. So you would want to be trying to keep your inflammation down. So eating as much fresh as you can. Oils, fish, good fats would really help with that. Help your liver to flush any, if there's stuff going on, help that. So make sure you're getting enough water. Try not to put anything chemically on it. So try and get very, natural organic soaps and things, to help it, so it doesn't irritate it anymore. Okay, I hope that helps with you. Claire Lucy Beauty. Do you recommend drinking liquid chlorophyll? And how about all the ginger shots various companies like Pret are bringing out? Are they good for us? Thanks. Okay, so first bit, drinking liquid chlorophyll. Liquid chlorophyll is, don't drink it straight for what it should be in drops. Yes, it's great. It's meant to be very antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It's definitely something that it's going to nutritionally boost your food because it's full of all those dark greens. So yeah, I like it, but I don't. It's a good thing to add to a drink, is what I'm trying to say. It's a good thing to add to your smoothie. It will definitely boost it somewhat. Okay. How about ginger shots? So there are lots and lots of ginger shots. So I did when I saw this, I had a little read about it. And the one at Pret in particular has all of them actually have got a bit. They're made with apple juice. So you have to think about what the sugar intake is that is coming from the apple juice, because the apple juice is going to be quite high, I would imagine that's the majority of the shot. And apple juice is very sugary. Any fruit juice is, as we know, very sugary. So I would just be a bit wary about that. Ginger, a shot of ginger is wonderful. It's like, we used to, for years drink wheatgrass shots, which is like a chlorophyll actually, going back to the other thing. But that would be a good way to get your chlorophyll in. So great, but just be wary about what it's mixed with. That's what I'd say. Ginger is fantastic for the gut. Lovely, really great. It's a prebiotic. It will help calm the gut. It will help. It's quite antibacterial. Fantastic. But just make sure you're not drinking, your quota of sugar for the day at the same time. Okay. Erica.Briscoe, hi. After reading your blog about the gut, which I found really interesting, by the way, thank you, Erica, could you please tell me how often we should eat probiotic foods or how long to take a supplement? Also, do you know if your gut is happy? Sorry, how do you know if your gut is happy and working correctly? Thanks, muchly. Well, so for probiotic food, well, you know, I mean, you probably eat lots of pre and probiotic food anyway if you're eating lots of onions and garlic and leeks and ginger and, you know, things like that. I mean, things like sauerkraut, which is more prebiotic, is more specialised, and I know it's growing. Kimchi and sauerkraut are growing in popularity. I would say, you know, it's good to, things like, you know, then there are things like raw yogurt, which are quite probiotic. I wouldn't get too hung up about it. I think if you're eating a well-balanced, varied diet, you'll be getting the right bacteria. If you're not taking antibiotics, then your gut flora will be able to grow and thrive. I recommend a probiotic supplement to take once for a 30-day supplement twice a year. So you take it every 6 months, a 30-day course. And you vary the probiotic you're taking because you've got millions of different strains of bacteria in your gut, and you want to make sure you're trying to get as many different, you know, supporting as many different strains as you can. Obviously, the probiotics that you can buy in the shop have nowhere near as many strains as we have in our gut. So yes, that's what I would recommend. And try, you know, it's good to give your gut a rest from probiotic taking because it means that the flora in your gut, the bacteria in your gut has to, you know, get on with it itself, which is a good thing. And then was there anything else? Oh, and how do you know if your gut's happy? Okay, so signs and symptoms for a gut being unhappy would be trouble digesting food. So when food is undigested when you pass it, bloating, flatulence, gas, reflux, indigestion, loose stool, hard stool. You know, it's very much all about the bowel movement when it comes to this. So, you know, that would definitely be a sign that your gut's not very happy. And I think you'd know about it. Or if you feel like you're not digesting food after you've eaten and it's just sitting there, that would be another sign that something's not quite right. Okay, so last one is from Sarah P. Hi Rosemary, my periods have recently returned after a long-term breastfeeding and I'm getting cystic, painful acne, mainly on my chin, jaw, that take a long time to clear up and then it hits me again. I've recently started taking some starflower oil and zinc, but is there anything else you could suggest? Thank you. Oh, poor you. Yeah, it's just because your hormones are resetting down again, which is very annoying, and it does take some time. They reckon it takes about 2 years for your hormones to come back to, which is why you shouldn't do anything drastic in those 2 years, you know, because your body will hopefully get back to what it used to be. In the meantime, zinc is the right thing to take. I would be taking about 60 micrograms at the moment. That's what I'd be taking. The other thing you could think about, you need to make sure you've got a lot of antioxidants going on. So because your liver is going to be quite bogged down, probably trying to get rid of the hormones. That's where your hormones get flushed out. So you need to support your liver, make sure you're drinking enough water, make sure you're getting enough greens. It's very green, your liver, it needs greens. The other thing you need is essential fatty acids. They help reduce inflammation because it is an inflammatory thing because it's angry. So try to make sure you're getting enough essential fatty acids, so that's fish oils, you're taking your starflower oil, which is great, nuts, seeds, have all got nice fats, avocados have got nice fats. Try doing that. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Your liver needs water, your skin needs water to help flush it through. And then the other thing that I thought for you would be something called ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is quite a nice one because it's an adaptogen, so it will help your hormone levels try and get back to normal. So if they're high, it'll bring them down. If they're low, it'll bring them up. So I try ashwagandha. Pucker Herbs do an ashwagandha. That is really nice. So perhaps try theirs. And yeah, I think that would be. And follow the without knowing more, you should follow the directions on the back of on the packet. Okay, so I hope that's helped, and I hope you're all well, and I will see you next time. Bye.